Everybody, it's Christina of CraftyPaws. I wanted to come on and share a video promotion and project share for Lauraluvslace's Recipes for Alicia giveaway challenge. This is different from her 1300 plus subby giveaway. This is a challenge where Laura has asked folks to share their most favorite recipes with her daughter Alicia, who was recently accepted into a wonderful cooking program. Now, I am not a really good cook, but I have taken a lot of cooking lessons. I don't really do a lot of cooking other than for my dogs. I make all their food and their treats, but I thought I would share my most favorite recipes with Alicia. And lucky for me, I had this beautiful journaling and ephemera card set that I had received as a gift. And I have to apologize because I don't recall who had given this to me. I usually put it in a little post-it with a person's name who gifted things to me, and it must have slipped out. So whoever did give this to me, thank you so, so much. It was perfect for this project. This first recipe is called Supernatural Brownies, and it was a recipe that I learned with my husband at the Institute of Culinary Education in New York, and I've written down the entire recipe here. I used the 4x6 card, and then I used some of the other cards and I cut out some of the die cut or cut apart kind of images or things that I thought would work better. This card had some writing that was for apple pie for a brownie recipe that really didn't make sense, so I covered that up with Happiness is Homemade. And then on the back, I used some of the smaller cards. I used a diamond die mason jar, the small one, and I put a little note to Alicia there. This is the story of where I learned this recipe. This is the story that the cooking instructor told us about this recipe. And then this is a continuation of the recipe instructions. I have them numbered 3, 4, 5. And then this is the list of all the ingredients. So I've got this in a 4x6 format, but the recipe was so long and I wanted to share the story, so I had to do these little flip outs. I hope that's okay. I also used one of the Diamond Die's whisk dies here, and I also cut out one of the images on one of the ephemera cards, but it was a little boy, and I remember Laura had said her daughters used to have little pigtails, so I drew in pigtails onto this little boy to make the little boy into a little girl that I thought would make more sense. And it looks like I think she's holding, like she's chewing on something, and her hand was right there, so it looked like she was peeking over. So I thought that would work well for this little card that I put on top here. So that's the first recipe, my most favorite dessert recipe. Then I had a card that I thought would work well for perfect hard-boiled eggs, which is a recipe I learned from a professional chef in LA. So this is the recipe for it. It's a simple one. And I used 2 of these little chicken cards. So I fussy cut out all of the chickens and popped them up on foam adhesive. So there's a little bit of dimension, but I wanted them to be able to fit into whatever book Laura ends up putting this into for her daughter. This one also has a little flip out because I wanted to share the story of how I learned this recipe. And this is the continuation of the recipe. The next one is roasted vegetable chili, and this is a fantastic recipe, but it takes more time. So again, I did one of those flip outs that tells the story of how I got the recipe and the rest of the entire recipe. And I also put on a little Diamond Die's mixing spoon die cut out there, cut out of craft paper. And then the last one I thought would be great for, you know, when Alicia wants to do some little homemade goodies for gifts. It's a recipe for spiced nuts. And again, I added this little spatula there to her hand. She had a mixing spoon in the image, but I wanted to add a little Diamond Die's die cut. And this has the whole recipe for the spiced nuts. And this is a story of when I first made this recipe when I used to work at Disney. So those are my recipe cards. Alicia, I hope you like them. Laura, I hope you have fun using all of these recipes that you're going to be collecting for your daughter. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful giveaway challenge. And I will try and get these mailed off before I head out for my vacation. I was kind of in a rush. As soon as I saw her video, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to participate and make some recipe cards up for Alicia before I head out. And then, of course, my handwriting is not that neat, so I had to be really slow and careful when I wrote out these recipes. I hope you like them, Alicia. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.